Assalamu alaikum. How are you, students? I hope everybody is safe and in good health. So, welcome back to English class. So, in today's class, we are going to start with Unit-3, Taro's Reward. Now, in this chapter, you're going to study about a boy named Taro and what is the reward that he got and for what reason he got the reward. So let's begin with the story. Taro's Reward. A young woodcutter named Taro lived with his mother and father on a lonely hillside. Now we are going to talk about a young boy. He was a woodcutter and his name was Taro. With his parents, he was living on a hillside and that was lonely. It means it was not a city or a village, a very big village kind of. It was a very small place where there were very few houses. All day long he chopped wood in the forest. And what did he do the whole day? He used to chop means he used to cut down the wood into the pieces in the forest and he used to come and sell over there. Though he worked very hard, he earned very little money. Now, obviously, cutting wood is not a small thing. Cutting wood into small pieces is not really a small thing. You have to work very hard for it. So, Taro, he used to work very hard the whole day, but he used to get very little money by selling that wood. Next morning, Taro jumped out of bed earlier than usual and made his way to the forest. Now, next morning, what happened? The previous evening, his father wished for the sake, right? Which was very expensive. Now, Taro thought that he's going to work very hard. So, Taro, next morning, he jumped out of bed earlier. It means he did not jump out of bed. He woke up earlier than usual. Now, for example, if he used to wake up at 8, now he woke up at maybe 6 or 5. So he woke up early and made his way to the forest. Made his way means he went to the forest early. He chopped and cut as the sun climbed, and soon he was so warm that he had to take off his jacket. So now what did he do? As soon as he reached the forest, he was continuously chopping down, that is cutting down the wood. He did not even rest, and the sun rose. Rose is a past form of rise, right? So he went before the sunrise, right? Now the sun is already over his head, and it was so warm that he had to take off his jacket. Now, obviously, if the sun is on the head, what is going to happen? He's going to feel very hot, right? So he took off his jacket. His mouth was dry and his face was wet with sweat. Now, his mouth was dry. Why? Because he did not even rest for a while. Okay, and he wanted to drink, and his face was wet with sweat. It means he was sweating very badly because he was feeling hot, and he continuously worked. My poor old father, he thought, if only he was as warm as I. So what he was thinking, that I wish he could also feel this, that it's really warm over here under the sun, and he wished that even his father could feel this warmness. And with that he began to chop even faster, thinking of the extra money he must earn to buy the sake to warm the old man's bones. So, with the thought that his father, he wanted that sake to feel warm, he even started chopping faster. He did not stop there. And why did he not stop? Because he thought, if I cut more woods, I'll get more money. And he could buy sake to warm his father's bones. That is, to warm his father's body. He can buy that sake, that drink for his father. So we have seen that he was a very thoughtful son. Taro anyhow wanted to buy that sake, and because he wanted to buy that sake, he worked very hard. He woke up early, he was chopping down the wood continuously without taking a break. And whenever he felt of taking a break, what the thought came in mind? About his father. And when the thought about his father came in his mind, he used to work even more harder. Okay. So this is what the story we saw now. The continuation of this we'll do in the